As you can see, my client's hair is very wavy and he has a very noticeable widow's peak in the front. And since his hair is very wavy, he actually hasn't reached his full curling potential at the top. That's why we're not really gonna take anything off the top. As you can see in the corner on the left side, it's a little bit light due to the hair over curling. And on the other side, the hair actually flips up, as you can see. So we're definitely gonna attack this head on. I'm starting my tapers the same way how I usually do them. I'm using my wall magic clips this time. Kind of been experimenting with these clippers. They're very lightweight and they get the job done. So this isn't really gonna be an in-depth tutorial. I wanna make my videos a bit more entertaining, just so you guys can see the daily process of, me encountering different hairstyles. So this hairstyle is called a high taper. As you can see, we're keeping the back taper right below his occipital bone so that it doesn't look weird, To start on the other side of the taper, this was a bit more intricate on this side that I had to be. So this is going to be a more detailed explanation of this side. So I'm kind of scooping out with my 2-guard as I move up in the guidelines. And I wouldn't even say this is like a super high taper or like a burst taper. This is like a compressed high taper, The guidelines are very intricate. You have to be very precise with your guidelines, and it's all really about blending. Blending is just making the hair look faded. It's going from skin to dark hair up top. So that's pretty much it. This client, his beard is very hard to fade in. I don't know why. I've always struggled with the fade part into the beard. Recently, I kind of just been like pushing the fade more down, so it's more of a noticeable fade. I used to try and compress it, but my clients like it when I kind of over exaggerate the beard fade. So this is the side with this tricky hairline. As you can see, it's like, it kind of looks like I already shaped it up when I didn't, because his hair is just so curly. It's just over curling in that area. So I'm using my shavers, Stylecraft. And this side, I'd say, was definitely the better side of the taper. I really took my time and detailed. So as you can see, I'm fading his beard. And I also tried a new technique today. I kind of stretched the skin with the trimmer. I will be showing you guys this momentarily. So fading the beard, and it's basically like doing a fade. You just got to be more careful because it's like doing an upside down fade. So you're gonna have to use a lot of your corners, pretty much all corner work, because you still want to keep that beard line, sharp. So as you can see right here, I'm stretching the skin with the comb, and then I'm kind of like detailing it. Now we're gonna shape up around his ear. I like to do this before I add the foam, just so that the back shape up isn't all greasy and stuff and so that it's set in place. This is like the rough draft. And I also taper the hairline before the foam, because the foam kind of compresses the hair down. So I add the foam in, I brush it in, and what this is gonna do, it's gonna lay down all the frizzy hairs. It won't lay it all down, but it's just gonna make the haircut look neat. So I suggest, if you're cutting anyone with a curly hair texture, add some foam, put the do-rag on, and just tackle the facial hair while the hair is really while the foam is seeping into the hair. You want the foam to seep into the scalp to really hydrate it. For the beard, we're just gonna shape it up. As you can see, he has a lot of growth on his cheek. We're gonna take care of that with the razor. I'm actually gonna use some shaving gel on him. So we're doing his mustache, and I like to use my Stylecraft trimmers on a mustache just because they're more comfortable and they're not as sharp as my other trimmers. Under the neck, the same thing. These trimmers are very flexible. They don't come too sharp. They definitely come sharp. Perfect for kids. Only thing about them, the grip isn't that good. I'm bigger on grip with clippers. It gotta feel comfortable in my hand, Use my promo code The4thKen for any Easy Blade products. You will receive, I believe it's a 10% discount. For his beard, we're gonna enhance it a little bit just to kind of match that dark look up top on his hairline once we do the hairline. So yeah, following his natural, jaw structure, we're not pushing the beard line up too high. And the same thing with the razor on this side. So we're gonna go ahead and lightly enhance it. I don't really usually use enhancements on the beard, but I wanted to match that dark look up top and he didn't have an issue with it. And now we're just gonna freehand it a little bit, make sure the beard has shape and structure. And now we're gonna get started on the hairline. So I added some alcohol just to wipe some of that grease from the foam away. And now we're just cutting off his widow's peak. So it may look like a pushback. The only part I'm pushing back is the widow's peak. His widow's peak was very strong, as you could see in the beginning. Kind of looked like the Avatar widow's peak. Not even gonna hold you. But as you can see in the corner, it's tricky because it's like over curling. So you're gonna have to kind of carve it out with your trimmer. And you want to comb the hair in the natural pattern that it wants to go in. That's why I'm combing, I'm not brushing. When you brush, you're kind of forcing the hair to lay down in a way it doesn't naturally want to. When you comb, you're kind of revealing how it really wants to lay down. Now we're gonna add some enhancements. I use a basic compressor with the Tomb 45 color. I'm using the black color on this client, just because his hair is obviously super, super dark. And after you add enhancements, always go back and shape it up. And if you end up spraying too much, you gotta wipe it off with like some alcohol or something. But I sprayed just the right amount. This side, same thing. Gonna add a bit more enhancements on this side just because his hair is like very curly. It was over curling, so you could kind of see the light spots. And now we're just gonna finish up, freehand trim the top. And after you use the foam, as you can see, his hair looks like it's wet. It's just moisturized, that's all it is. And I always tell y'all this at the end of every wave cut, always freehand, just to give it a professional, clean look. It's good for pictures, video, you know. And after foam, you're gonna have to reshape up some parts just because, you know, when you have a do-rag on and you brush the hair all down, it's just gonna reveal some imperfections, you know. So always go back in detail. And I like to even use the shaver around the ear too. This is how my client came in. This is the before. As you can see, his hair was super over curling in the corner. We had to take care of that. And this is how my client's leaving. Sharp lineup, sharp facial hair, crispy taper. Like, comment, subscribe. It's 4. I'm out. Peace.